Hope you are as well, wherever you're from. Hey, today I'll talk to you about Bobbied live, uncut in the Philippines. Bobbied is live and uncut in the Philippines. Yeah. Hello again, once again. It's such a joy to be with you back again, my friends. And today, I want to suggest, for those of you that are here for the first time, that you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, as well as worldwide videos. So today, I'm coming to you live and uncut. And we're just going to talk about some random subjects, guys. Okay? We're going to talk about random subjects, things that are on my mind. And then if you have questions, any of you looking in and have questions, we're going to talk about some things that are on your mind as well. So today I want to talk to you about a couple of things. First, it came to my mind that there are a lot of things in the Philippines that are unwritten rules. Yeah, unwritten rules. For an example, when you meet a Filipino that's an older person, you are expected to have them bless you. Okay? Yeah, bless you. Now, how do they bless you? Well, first of all, they will normally extend their hand to you just like this. And when they extend their hand to you, you will receive their hand and take their hand and put their hand on your head. You will bow down just like this and put their hand on your head. That is called the blessing. Or it can also be referred to as mano. Okay? The blessing or mano. Now the reason why they do that, the rationality is that the older person is more experienced, more wise, lived long, healthy, productive life, and they're passing that blessing on to you. Okay? And that's the meaning behind it. It's a cultural phenomenon. Okay? So basically, go. What's up, go? Your friend HT, okay? HT is my guy. Yeah. HT's all right. He's still there. I think HT's getting ready to go home. I'm going to check with him in a couple of days. Okay, Go-Go's in the house. Good to see you, Go-Go. Oh, yeah, he's going back soon. He's going to be going back in a couple of days, I think. But I'm going to with him and try to get with him next couple of days before he leaves out. We had a great time with HT last week, and it was awesome. So we want to get back with him again. Now, let me know, Go-Go, if you're seeing me okay. Is it too dark, too light, or what? Because if it's not, I'll get some more light in here. Is it too dark for you? Am I coming up okay? Just make sure if I need to add more light. Okay, it says good light. Great. Awesome. All right, thank you. Good to know that. Okay, yeah, we have poor connection here, Go-Go. I'm at home now, and every time we do a broadcast here, it's always slow. So that's for here. The internet in our area is terrible. But we can get a signal out, but it's going to be slow. So bear with me. If it gets too bad, then I'll cut it off and we'll continue this tomorrow once I get to a better area. At least these are there, and she's trying to make some adjustments on the internet and everything. But I was talking about there is a lot of unwritten rules here in the Philippines. And I talked to you about just a few minutes ago about how when you meet a person in the Philippines, an older person, you are to do what's called the blessing. Okay, and you put your hand on your head and they bless you. And that's supposedly to transfer their blessings that they've received in their life onto you. Okay, Gogo says, I want to bring, let's see, can I get that back? Okay. He says, I want to bring yourself and HT and Bay together for a hangout sometime. Okay, you got a channel, Gogo? What's your channel, man? What's the name of your channel? You're right. Let me know if you got a channel, Gogo. We'll get together for a hangout. Just let me know. Give me a date and a time. Let me check out your channel. Gogo Bobo. That's the name of your channel. Okay. How long you had your channel, Gogo? I know a lot of guys are getting channels and a lot of them are just starting up. No videos up. Guys, you got to get going. You can't. How am I going to get on your channel and you have no videos? That's a long-term venture then. You got to get some videos up first, go. You got to get some videos up. And then you got to shoot some videos. Are you here in the Philippines, go? Or are you in the USA? Where you at? You in the Philippines or USA? Because if you're here in the Philippines, I might can hook up with you. Get a meet up together. All right, so let me continue with the top here. So we're talking about some unwritten rules in the Philippines. The first thing I talked to you about was the unwritten rule of when you meet an older person in the Philippines. You're supposed to do what's called the blessing. That they means they extend their hand to you. You take their hand and put it on your forehead. That supposedly transfers their good things, their blessings, onto you. Andy, what's up, Andy? Good to see you, man. All right, Andy's in the house. So the second thing is this. When you meet a Filipino, again, it's good to address them not by their name, but by their title. Now, if that person is a grandmother, or that person, you're going to call her Lola, okay? That means grandmother. Filipinos love to be called by their titles. They love the title, the thing of titles, okay? I don't know why, but a title is something that they like people to call them by. So if you see a grandmother in the Philippines, you're not going to call her grandma. You're not going to call her, for God's sake, don't call her by her first name. That's very disrespectful. You're going to call her Lola, which is grandmother or grandma, or you will call her ate, okay, which means an term of endearment for an older person. Now, if it's a gentleman, an older gentleman, you're going to call that gentleman kuya, which means sir or mister. Or you will call him, if he's a grandfather, you're going to call him lolo, okay? Lolo. Lolo means grandfather, okay? Now, they'll accept those terms. Very, very pretty. But if you call them Joe or Buddy, that's very, very disrespectful. And they may not even speak to you, okay? So you got to keep those things in mind when you're dealing with people in the Philippines. They are very, very traditional, and they are very, they love respect, they love titles, and they love people to address them by titles, okay? Those are things you should keep in mind. There are a lot of other more unwritten rules. Let's say, for example, you're talking to your Filipina or someone you just met, whatever, and you just had a nice little conversation, and you ask them a question like, do you want to go to the store? And they do one of these. They just do like this. You say, do you want to go to the store? And they do like this. That means yes. Or oh. That means yes. Just a uplifting of their eyebrows, informal communication, that means that yes, they want to go to the store. Now, you would never know that if you weren't a part of this culture, if you've never been to this culture. Okay, Gogo says, the respect is not to return. Hold on, let me get it back here. The respect is not returned in their culture. They can make statements which in West is considered to be rude, like calling someone fat. Yeah, this is all based on the culture. Things they do here, if you did it in the USA, it would be rude and inconsiderate. Things you do in the USA, if you did it here, the West is more reserved. It depends on the nation. I think that the people here in the Philippines are very, very traditional, and they're very, very conservative. And when you speak to them, you should keep that in mind and just not say anything to them, because something you say to them could be offensive. Something you say totally non-offensive in the USA could be totally offensive here in the Philippines. So when you're speaking to Filipinos, you have to keep that in mind, because of the fact there's a cultural difference between Westerners and Easterners or Asian people. when I moved here to the Philippines, Lisa D was very, very instrumental and helpful to me as far as learning culture. I remember the first cultural lesson, one of the first cultural lessons that I got from Lisa D was don't be so loud. Because I'm a loud person, man. I talk loud. I'm sorry. That's how I am. Especially when I'm trying to get my point across. Now, normally, if you catch me on an average, everyday person, you know, every average day, I'm just a quiet type guy. That's how I am. But when I'm talking about something that I really feel passionate about and I have strong feelings about, guess what, guys? I'm as loud as I can be. I'm like, yeah. That's how I am, you know. That's how I am. When I'm strongly motivated or feel strongly about an issue or something, I'm going to get loud. And if I get upset about something, I'm going to get loud. That's just, you know, common. That's my nature. But we were trying to get our marriage license, okay? And we went down to the Department of, I guess, Statistics, where they give the licenses out. I don't even, it was way downtown in Cebu City, downtown. And I go there, we sit down, okay? And there was a line of folk, okay? It was like two, 3 lines. We didn't know which line we needed to be in. So I saw everybody going to this one lady at the desk. So I go to the desk. I said, ma'am, can you tell me what we need to do? We need to fill out, we're trying to get our marriage license. She said, have a seat. I said, okay. I go sit down, we sit down. And then, Brian, what's going on, Brian? Good to see you, man. So we go sit down, right? We sit down and we wait about 10, 15 minutes. And I see no action. So I go back up to the desk. I said, man, we've been sitting there 15 minutes. I need to know what's going on. I need to know, please tell me, what do I need to do to get started, get my license? And I said it loud. And the lady looked at me, she was like real mean. She stared me down, man. I said, I just want to know, ma'am. And she said, sit down, sir, I'll tell you right now. And she was like really upset with me, but she told me what I needed to know. But she was not friendly to me when she was telling it. She was telling me in a matter-of-fact manner. And so I said, okay, well, thank you. And then I sat down. And then when I sat down, Lisa D said, what are you doing? She said, you was wrong. I said, what do you mean? You shouldn't have went up there yelling. The last thing you want to do is yell at a Filipino. I said, I wasn't yelling. I was just a little loud. She said, well, you shouldn't have got loud with her because that's disrespectful. I said, but if I hadn't got in her face and asked her what I needed to know, we would have been sitting here an hour waiting on her. She said, that's how Filipinos do. They take their time doing anything. I said, well, thank you for telling me, but I'm glad I raised my voice a little bit, or we could have been sitting there an hour waiting on her. But that's one of my first lessons, guys. You can't, from that point forward, I am always careful when I'm talking to Filipinos about how loud I am, because they do not like loud, foreign talking people like me when I talk loud. And that's very ironic, because here's the problem. Even though Filipinos do not like loud people, they are some of the loudest people that I've ever met. I'm serious, man. If you've ever been around a group of Filipinos, let me see, hold on, what Go saying? Let me see what you're saying, Go. I don't mean negative, but it's one rule for Filipino, another for foreigner. Oh, yeah, that's true. You know, there's always a double standard here in the Philippines. A lot of times there's double standards, because if you don't know, if you've never been here to the Philippines, when you buy things out there in the streets from the street vendors and so forth, there's a Filipino price, and guess what, guys? There's a Kano price, American price, all right, foreigner price. So yeah, there's a double standard here in the Philippines. I found that out, the first time I came to the Philippines. Oh, that was back in 2009. I've been here like 16 times. That was my first time. I go to buy a SIM card, okay? I had to change out my SIM card so it could register and speak into, get text message and so forth and let them know I was here. Because I had an American phone, of course, USA phone. So I buy a SIM card, and the guy wanted to charge me 300 pesos. For a SIM card? Yeah, SIM card. I said, what's up next to me? A Filipino, right? She buys a SIM card for 50 pesos. I said, sir, she just bought the same card I want, and it's 50 pesos. You charge your 50 pesos. Why are you charging me? He said, sir, that is kind of price. You have to pay, sir. That's you kind of you. I said, okay. I didn't buy it. I borrowed somebody's phone and texted them to come get me. I didn't buy it. And you know, that's what I'm saying. There's a double standard, guys. And if you're living out here, you need to recognize that, adjust yourself accordingly, and deal with it. That's the part of it here. Jeff Jam, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, that's the part of living here in the Philippines. There's a whole lot of adjustments that you have to do. Some are good, some are bad, some are just downright ugly. But overall, they work out. They balance out overall. And so one of the things that you have to look out for is how to deal with Filipinos. Now, in this society and culture, one thing you do not want to do, guys, now listen to me good, hear me good on this, okay? This is very serious. One thing you do not want to do is to get a Filipino angry. Okay? Really? Remember that? Because it could go really, really bad for you if you get a Filipino angry. And what I'm saying is this. How do you get them angry? The way you get a Filipino angry is you do something, say something to belittle them, to make them feel meaningless, to make them feel like they're nothing. And that's called having them to lose face. Okay? F-A-C-E, face. If a Filipino feels that they've lost face, you said something to them that hurt them to the core, that's called losing face, they will find a way to get you back. I'm telling you guys, I've been out here almost 5 years. Can I have my coffee, please? I've been out here almost 5 years, and I can tell you the number of times I've seen foreigners get in serious trouble because Filipino has lost face. And when they lose face, they get back. They get you back. When you least expect it, that Filipino will come down. I've seen people. I've done videos, and you guys may have seen some of them, where foreigners have gotten agitated with Filipinos and they've been taken out. Yeah, taken out. And that hurts them to their core. And they will do anything to get back at you. When you least expect it, come around the corner, it's that Filipino. And he remembers what you said exactly, and he finds a way to get you back. There's a cultural differences between the United States. Yeah, Bobby Johnson. Yeah, how you doing, man? Connection is bad here. I'm going to wrap this up because I'm here at home, and every time I do a connection here, I get the same stuff. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. So I try to do some videos here, but it looks like I'm going to have to finish this up tomorrow when I go to an outside location, get a better signal. Let me see somebody said something. Okay, Jeb Jam said, I know a guy had to move because he faced a barangay captain. He ran for his life. Jeb Jam, you know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. If you mess with a barangay captain, he's in serious trouble. Barangay captains run pretty much the whole, it's like a barangay captain is like a county chief or a county president, okay? And they have a lot of responsibility and they have a lot of power. They can make or break a foreigner in this country. They can make or break a Filipino in this country. So yeah, if he got that barangay captain angry, they can get him out of. They can get him out of this country. About how you talk to people, careful, how you negotiate with Filipinos when you get here, and how you act here in the Philippines. It's got to be different. A lot of people come here and try to act the same way they did in the USA, and that's what they cause a lot of unnecessary heartaches and trouble for themselves. Yeah, it's a million more stories like that, go. Yeah, because people try to act the same way they are when they came, the same way they were where they came from in the Philippines. And you can't do that. You always heard the story says, when you're in Rome, you do like the Romans. Same thing here. You have to blend in. You have to find a way to blend into this culture and into this society. If you don't, you're going to have hell living here. And you won't stay here long because you will not be comfortable because you can't accept what's around you. I tell you, I had trouble with some things. When I first got there, I had trouble with the roosters. Yeah, cock-a-doodle-doo, all day, all night. And believe me, guys, it's just not early in the morning. We have roosters all day and all night. Yeah, I had trouble with that. And then I had trouble with the dogs. They have a lot of stray dogs and stray cats here, man. And all day, all night. Woo! I mean, all day, all night. And I had trouble with that. For the first 3 months, I wanted to leave. Man, I can't take this. Where I came from, we don't have all that kind of. We have dogs, stray dogs and stray cats, but they don't run in packs and bark all night and fight all night. That happens here common. I had to learn to adjust to that. I had to learn to get over it and adjust to it. A lot of people can't do it. Okay, Gogo says blending in for a foreigner can be. Hold on. Blending in for a foreigner can be dangerous because you still stick out. So if you're a few years in Asia and you think you're like local, but you're not. You're right. You'll never. One of the things people wind up getting in trouble is that they be here a few years and they try to think like, you know, they're local and they act like a local. And you can't do that. You can't do that because as much as you try, you'll never be accepted as a Filipino. You're always going to be labeled as a foreigner. To get that in your head, guys. I mean, I've been out here 5 years, and December will be 5 years, and I always know I don't try to act like the Filipino. I blend in as much as possible, but I always know who I am and where I'm from, and they know it too. Billy Banks, what's going on, dude? Billy Banks said, I know karate, and I'm not afraid of no barangay captain. Hey, I tell you, man. You better be afraid of them barangay captains. They don't know karate, but they know something else. We got six shots in it. But the weapon of choice out here is not a weapon. It's not a gun or anything like that. The weapon of choice out here is called the bolo, which is a knife. And I did a video on this. Let's see if I get that comment back. I did a video on this. One of the other weapons of choice out here is blunt force trauma. Blunt force, they usually will hit you in the head when you least expect it. They sneak up on you. And next thing you know, you out. That's how they do it out here. In the field, it doesn't matter. They will just shoot you. Yeah, they'll do some of that too. Bull in the back. Yeah, but they'll find a way. If you upset a Filipino, get ready for the repercussions because they will be serious. Now, I try to limit my conversation, and Lisa D is good with this. Whenever she sees I'm getting ready to blow, she said, come on, let's go, Bobby, let's go. She knows, she'll grab my arm, and she'll pull me. And when I get that signal, I know to back off, because I know I'm getting sort of hot, and she know her people. She know her people better than me. She know what I can say, and she know when they're getting upset. So one of the things you want to do is make sure if you move to the Philippines or come to the Philippines, try not to come here with no contacts. Have someone that you can contact. That's more than likely, I would suggest you get a Filipino or a Filipina. They will help you stay out of trouble. They will prevent you from getting into serious issues when you should not, okay? Lisa D has helped me out of so many situations, I can't even imagine. So it's blessed to have her. Bobby John, how's an expat treated dating a local woman with children? Okay, good question, Bobby. An expat depends on where you are. In my area, it's not going to be any problem at all. As long as you're not fighting that person, that Filipina, you're taking good care of her and her children, it's going to be okay. If you beating that woman, if you cheating on that woman, if you mistreating her children, you're going to have some serious problems. Yeah, you're going to have some serious problems. But as long as you're taking that woman out, treating her with respect and dignity as you should, you won't have any serious problems. Because Filipinos like foreigners to see foreigners with the Filipinas and taking care of them. That's a good thing. If you're with a Filipina and she is with you and you're taking care of each other, that's a badge of honor for that Filipina. And other Filipinos will respect that woman because, hey, this, oh, she got a foreigner. That's a badge of honor. Now, a badge of dishonor is if you're mistreating that Filipina. They're going to say, what is she doing with him? He shouldn't be treating her like that. And a lot of times, if you mistreating that person, that Filipina in public, you might watch out because somebody might get on you for mistreating her, okay? Be careful how you speak to your Filipina in public. Do not raise your voice to her in public. And do not say anything crazy in public. Do not curse her out in public. Do not, and for God's sake, do not fight her in public. If you have a problem with your Filipina, you got to lay your hands on her, you might as well get rid, you might let that go. Let it go. Because it's not worth you going into a Filipino jail cell, okay? It's not worth it. And if for those of you that don't know what a Filipino jail cell is like, let me remind you, a Filipino jail cell, they're over capacity right now. They got people sleeping on top of each other. And where there's roaches, there's rats. You think the United States has some bad penitentiaries? You ain't seen nothing yet. Go to a Filipino jail cell. They sleeping on top of each other. They barely get enough food to eat every day. They barely have places to wash every day. Okay? And there's all sorts of diseases and in that area. And talking about going to a doctor because you're sick, it may take 2 months for them to get you an appointment. If they get you one. Guys, I kid you not, please. Whatever you do not get any trouble here in this country because it's going to be, and you think the United States Embassy going to get you out? Forget that. United States Embassy has some pull, but then if you did a crime, you gotta stand your time like everybody else. All they can do is plead to the government that they might give you some food or they might get your people to come see you, but that's it. You won't stay in that jail cell till they decide to let you go. And sometimes you might not even come out because there's a lot of foreigners that have gone to those jail cells and have not come out. There was a man, I did a story on maybe about a year ago now, but this guy, he was a famous producer, video and TV producer. Came to the Philippines, got a Filipina. Filipina had children. So he took the children out, was always playing with the children in the neighborhood. Next thing you know, he was accused of molesting children. Okay? Yeah, he was accused. And they took him to jail. All right? He was accused of cyber porn. Okay? They took him to jail. And he was getting ready to postpone. They took him to jail. Was taken out. They say they found him hanging up with some rope on him. But the question is, why would he do that to himself when he was going to post bail the next day to get out? Okay? So you guys can read between the lines of what I'm trying to say. Okay? I'm telling you, the last place you want to be is a Filipino jail cell. So when you come out here, behave yourself. Okay? Look, the days are gone when a foreigner can come out here and call Filipinos any kind of word they want and try to treat them like animals. That's over with. That's over with. I mean, years and years ago, you probably could have did something like that and you'd be all right. But now, Filipinos have more respect for themselves now, and they're not taking that from foreigners. Then they shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to. This is their country, and we, as foreigners, must respect the rules and the regulations of the Philippines, or we shouldn't be here. That's it. That's the bottom line. Let me see what comments we got here. Google says what you're saying is true. If you get in trouble, call Bobby. No, don't call me. All I can do is pray for you, bro. I'm not going down there because if I go down there, they'll keep me down there with you. Okay, so Google says, so blended families and feel the easiest in the world. The Filipinos, blended families are easy to be with here because the Filipinos are very accepting people. They accept everybody as you are. And particularly they accept this, if you were gay, there's a gay community is huge here, and the reason why is because most Filipinos, not all, but most Filipinos accept gay people as they are. That's why you've seen gay people. One of the biggest shows on TV here, on a local TV here, is called Showtime. And one of the stars on that show is a gay man, and he dresses like a woman. His name is Vice Ganda. He dresses like, if you see him, you would think he's a woman, the way he looks. But that's why I'm saying the people here are very, very accepting. whether you're gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Your religion, they accept you just like you are. Go, I don't know if that's common, but it happens where the fathers do those types of things, okay? I'm not sure if it's common, but I've heard it happen here. But it happens in the USA as well, okay? So that's something that happens. It's not just in the Philippines. It's everywhere you go, okay? Okay, playing with kids, yeah, that's not good. Let's see what else I got. Okay, Brian says, I'm in Manila. I just mind my business and keep your business to yourself. Yeah, that's it, Brian. You gonna be all right. You keep that same mindset. Mind your business. Be pleasant. Be respectful. Be nice to people. And don't go making scenes. You're gonna be all right. Okay? One thing you want to do, don't go flashing around your money. That's the last thing you want to do. Because before you know it, somebody be done jumped on you. Okay? Especially in Manila. And but God said, when you guys come out here, make sure you have some, if you rent a place, make sure you have some place with security. Okay? I live in a gated community where we got 24-hour day security. A lot of guys come out here, they get these Filipino apartments just because it's real cheap. And next thing you know, there's no security. Next thing you know, everything in the apartment's gone. Because people rip them off. And foreigners are targets out here. Because foreign Filipinos believe foreigners are rich. And a lot of times, foreigners are not rich. But that's what they believe. They believe all foreigners are multi-millionaires. Yeah, I'm serious. And that's why a lot of them look up to you because of that. Me, myself, and I, do you plan to return to the USA and live in the future? Good question, me, myself. No, sir. I plan to return. I'm going to visit on a regular basis because I was there in October. But I don't plan on living in the USA. I don't want to live in the USA anymore. I love the Asian culture. So Lisa D and I will be in the Asia community, Asian continent, or we may go to South America. We're looking at we looked at Dominican Republic and Costa Rica. But for right now, we're happy where we are, and we plan on living here now. We may go to the USA maybe probably end of this year or maybe next year, but we're not going to stay there. This is Lisa D doesn't want to live in the USA. And I'm glad of that. We really am, because I've heard so many stories where guys get married, right? They married a Filipina, and they take them to the USA, and next thing you know, they're breaking up. Yeah, breaking up. Because what happens when a Filipino goes to the USA, they begin to act like American women. Yeah, they take on the characteristics of American women. And a lot of you out there know that American women can have some very, very aggressive characteristics. Yeah, they make you feel like nothing sometimes. They don't want to respect you. They want you to work, but they don't want to give you respect for what you're doing to them and doing for them to help them. And they sort of demean you, okay? They make you feel like nothing. And that's hard for a man's ego to take. And so when a Filipino gets married to an American or wherever, and they go to their country, the Filipino has a tendency to gain those characteristics, just like the women out there. And they start acting like the women. A lot of times, I've heard a lot of reports where Filipinos go out there and they get other men. They get other men. And I did a story, I did a video a while back, and y'all probably can take a look at it, about this guy who went out there and married a Filipino, went out there, and she had like 5 people, boyfriends sending her money. Okay? So you got to be careful, guys. If you marry a Filipino and you take it to the USA, you have to guard against her changing. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that sometimes it works out. Okay? Sometimes it works out where you can take your Filipino, because I know some people out there in the United States. One guy's had his wife 20 years out there in the USA, and they're doing great, you know. But sometimes it does not work out. And I'm thankful that Lisa D has no desire to live in the United States. She wants to live here, and I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so let's see. Go says keep her in the Philippines. Jeb Jam said disagree. Travel with her. Gogo said I know plenty of people bring their Filipinas to the States and they are happy. That's true. That's true. There's some. But then again, Gogo, there's some that are not. Okay? It just depends on that person and how they assimilate into the American culture. Okay? A lot of Filipinos, once they get into the American culture, they change. Okay? Some of them don't. But I know some of them have changed. And I know some of them have stayed the same. So it depends on the situation. It depends on that Filipina and that man they're married to. But in general, I would say if you marry a Filipina, I would prefer me. This is me. This is me talking. I'll keep my Philippines. But, you know, if Lisa D decides, say, let's, you know, honey, let's go to move and live in the USA, I would probably say okay, but I would have to really think about that one because it would take a lot for me to agree with it. So what do you mean, Gogo, you've done both ways? You took a Filipina to the United States? Okay, Jeb Jam says you have to teach how to maneuver in the U.S. Okay, you mean teach the Filipina how to maneuver, how to behave, how to act? Yeah, I'm sure you have to do it because she's in a different culture. She's in a different culture, so she has to learn the lingo of that culture. Now, me, myself, and I said, have you been to Thailand and Vietnam? I have been to Thailand. I have not been to Vietnam. That's one of the countries we may be headed to at the end of this year or maybe first of next year, Vietnam. But I've been to Thailand. I've been to Singapore. We've been to Thailand. We've been to Japan. We've been to Korea. But we've been to most of the Asian countries around here. And we try to go to one been to Hong Kong. We try to go to one every year. So we'll be visiting most of the Asian countries here in this Asian area. But most of the Asian cultures have a lot of similarities, okay? A lot of similarities. Thailand is more similar to this country than any other country I've been to so far. Okay. Example, Bobby girlfriend become a monster. Bobby just gets a new girlfriend next day. Go, you too much, man. No, man, I can't do that. I mean, here's the deal. If Lisa D act a fool on me, you know, I could say next, right? I could say that. That'd be the easiest thing in the world. Say next, you know, next.
I heard that.
She said, I heard that. Now, you know I wouldn't do that to you, sweetheart. I love you too much. No, because I love Lisa D, I made a commitment to her. And so I wouldn't just say next, but I would try to figure out what the heck's going on. I'm saying, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? Are you loyal to me or are you loyal to somebody else? Do you want to stay in this relationship? And we would have to work that out. If I got to the point where Mike can think the other way, I don't know. But I always think my options are better because I'm a very positive person. I believe any situation I get into, if I have my mind right, I can deal with it, okay? And if I have my faith right, and I'm a Christian, if I have my faith right, hey, the Lord can help me get through that thing, okay? And I've been through a whole lot of stuff before, man. I've been through a whole lot of stuff. That's why I keep trying to tell you, pass some of this wisdom on to you guys. You got to be smart. You got to be prayed up, you got to be stayed up, and you got to be wise in order to make it out here. Okay, you lost connection? All right, I'm sorry, man. All right, so my buffering again. Am I okay now? Okay, be myself and I. He says, okay, thanks, Gogo. I'm okay. All right. Me, myself, and I. Good question. He says, people constantly say that the food in Thailand is much better than the Philippines. I'm worried I will not like the food in the Philippines. Me, myself, and I, let me tell you about the food. The food in Thailand is very, very good. When you go to a restaurant, they feed you. It's tasty, it's plentiful, and it's very, very economical. Okay? Very good food in Thailand. Here in the Philippines, it's economical. They give you a lot, but the taste is different. The people here in the Philippines like a lot of seafood. They got seafood chips, man. They got crab chips. They got shrimp chips. I mean, everything has a seafood type taste to it. And for those, it's good for if you like seafood. Okay, if you're a seafood lover, this gonna be your world. But I'm not a big seafood. I like fish, some types of fish. I'm allergic to a lot of crab, like shellfish. I'm allergic, so I don't eat a lot of fish. But out here, the food and time is much better. But if you like seafood and you like pork, because they like lechon out here, a lot of pork, you'll be all right. I guarantee you the food in Thailand is much better, much more tastier, because how they cook it. Google says one thing I learned, hold on. One thing I learned is that if you're talking about something negative in Philippines or something you have picked up about the Philippine people, never look to your girlfriend for affirmation. You're right. Very good observation, Gogo. Filipinos always stick together, okay? Whether it's good, bad, or ugly. They will never talk down about another Filipino. Especially if you're good hooked up with a Filipina, do not talk about their family. Do not say anything negative about their family members. You asking for trouble, okay? If you start out saying, well, I don't like her, she just nasty, she just mean, you asking for trouble from that Filipina. Because she's going to fix it. First of all, she's going to go into Tampo. And if you don't know what Tampo is, I got a video on it. Look it up. It's under dating and relationships, and it's under the playlist called Filipinas. Tampo, for short, is when a Filipina shuts down. Okay, I'll put it like that. She's going to go into Tampo on you, and then next thing you know, she's arguing, fussing, and y'all have a bad time. It's going to be a while before you get through that. So be careful, guys. Do not say anything negative about Filipinas family, and especially do not say anything negative about the leadership of the Filipinos. Because even if not just your girlfriend, but the people in the city as well, wherever you are in the community. Because Filipinos are a nation of prideful people. I mean, they're proud of their nation, and they're proud of their country. And they have a right to be, because for so long, the Filipinos were trodden down. They were beat down, guys. Y'all, for those of you that are in the USA, you know how we were as slaves years and years ago. 400 years. Filipinos were 400 years slaves under the Spanish. So they were beat down. So whenever they trying to see the Filipinos come up, like Pacquiao and people like that they can root for and the Miss Universe, they're happy. And so when you try to come against those idols, when you try to come against those celebrities that they look up to, and they don't have a whole lot, that's hurting them. So be careful, guys, what you say about Filipinos. Pass. Can I help you with a job online? No, guy. You got jobs online. It's something you have to do for yourself. I used to have a lot of online businesses, but Lisa D and I got rid of all of them because we started doing Upwork, and Upwork is much more easier, and we make more money doing it. We work less time. That's what we do. We do Upwork, and we do YouTube. That's about it. Bobby Johnson. I'm very interested in Ida, young lady. Oh, really? And she says, okay, hold on, let me get this back. I'm very interested in an Ida young lady. Is this possibly for a man from the USA? The Itas are in Luzon, which is the Manila area, and they pretty much keep to themselves, and it's a good thing that they've never intermingled with other nations and other races. And so if you can get involved with one, that would be great. But I'm not sure of that, because most ITAs deal with other ITAs, and not necessarily, they don't intermingle a lot. So if you can, I mean, that's great. But I don't think that's going to be, that may not work out for you. But you can try, you know. What kind of work is Upwork? Okay. What kind of work? Go to Upwork.com. It's a freelancing company where whatever services you have to sell, you put it out there and people select you for work. Contracting work. I get contracts every day, or sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, and I make money. Once I do the work that is required, I do editing for videos, which I've got that skill from YouTube. I produce videos like commercials, and I also do video transcription. That's what Lisa D does. She does video transcriptions. So this, you know, whatever skills you're good at and you can do it online, that's what Upwork is for. All right, many different skills on Upwork. That's right, Go. Many different skills. Artwork. Kyle Brown, what's going on, Kyle? Artwork, yeah, you can do artwork. Some people need artwork, but you know, put your skills, whatever you skills have, put it out there, and you'll start getting bids on them. What kind of work is on Upwork? Okay, I answered that question. And I can find you some bar work. Okay, Gogo say he can find you some bar work. Gogo, where are you located right now? Are you in Manila? Are you in the Philippines or are you in the USA? Where you at, Gogo? Where are you? Banner ads, okay. Okay, Keith Harris says, do you ever plan to return to USA? I answered that question a little while back. No, I plan to return to USA, but not to live permanently. I love the USA. I'm an American citizen. I'll always be an American. I will never give up my citizenship, but I will never live permanently in the USA. I'm a permanent resident right now of the Philippines. I have a permanent resident address. I have a permanent resident 13A visa. Okay. So, okay. Oh, Gogo's in Thailand. What part of Thailand are you in, Gogo? You're Australian. Okay. What part of Thailand are you in? Bangkok or Pattaya? Pattaya. Secret. He don't want nobody to know. Okay, that's all right. I respect your secrecy. I respect your privacy. All right, is the air in Cebu better than Manila? Of course, Jeff Jam. Yeah, man, that's a good one. Hey, that's why I don't go to Manila that much, because the air stinks. Every time we get into Manila, me and Lisa D can stay there no more than a week because we have trouble breathing. We start getting colds and all kind of stuff. We try to go there as least as possible. We may have to go there in a month or so. And I hope we don't have to. We'll find out in the next couple of weeks. But, yeah, the pollution is terrible in Manila, man. It's really worse. Cebu is much better because Cebu has more trees. And, you know, the more trees and shrubbery, the more oxygen you get in the air. All right, let's see what else we got here. Go. I went to Bangkok the year before last. We had a great time. Bangkok's a beautiful city. We had a lovely time. The only problem I had in Thailand, language. The people out there, they speak Thai, and it's hard to understand it. I mean, the people out there speak Cebuano, but you can get in the word edgewise. You can figure out what's going on. But in Thai, I had no clue. I would have to. If we move out there, I have to learn the language. But that was one of our places to move to, Thailand. But we have changed. Because recently, if you know on the news, Thailand has one of the worst pollution problems in the world. India was #1, and India and China was #1, but I think Thailand's pushing #1. So I saw a report about 2 weeks ago where people were walking with masks on and there was smog everywhere. When we went there in 2017, it wasn't like that. So I don't know what happened, man. I really don't. I don't know what happened. Okay, so Gogo says he wears a sock over his head because of pollution. You need more than a sock, buddy. You better get you one of those gas masks. Cebu is getting worse because of all the new cars. Maybe, but it depends on what part of Cebu. The part of Cebu we're in is called Talamban. And Talamban doesn't have a whole lot of, it's nice. It's got a lot of trees, woods, shrubbery, and the air is much better. Now, I used to live in Mabolo, okay? Now, if you guys know F. Kabahu, if you've been here, Mabolo was bad. I mean, because when we moved to Mabolo, every week I was getting a cold, sneezing, coughing up. That was because of the pollution. So it depends on where you are in Cebu if the pollution is if it's bad. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so that's where we are. The cold catches easy because of the climate. That's true. Jeb Jam, you almost bought a what? A condo or a house and lot? Oh yeah, Go. It's very, once you get a cold or come down with a sickness in here in the Cebu in the Philippines, it's hard to shake that. You're right. I mean, in the USA, I used to get over a cold in a couple of weeks. Here, you're talking about 4 weeks, 6 weeks before you get over a cold. And that's why you see a lot of people around here coughing. And they get the bad colds too. I don't know what it is. When I see people are coughing, guess what, guys? I move the heck away from them because I don't want to catch it. I don't wear these masks. You know, people wear the mask around the face. I don't do all that. But when I see somebody coughing, I move away because that's a sign that they may have something that you could catch. But when I first moved out here, when we first moved out here, I used to get a sickness about every month, cold, some kind of allergy or something like sneeze and sniffles. But now, since we moved to Talamban, very seldom do I get any allergies, anything like that. That's because of the area. It's much more cleaner here. All right, let's see. It's a new strain that came in 2 years ago to the Philippines. The locals also catch it. You might be right about that. Prior to 2 years, it was not around. This new cold won't leave the Philippines. It's a new strain, 2 years old. Okay, I didn't know that. I know one thing. I try to stay away from anybody that's coughing and hacking and sneezing and sniffing because I know I don't want to catch it. Okay, it's distribution bad throughout Thailand. I'm interested in Chiang Mai or Krabi. I have asthma. I don't know. You might want to do some research on Google for that. I know I saw a report about 2 weeks ago. I think it was in the Bangkok area. Pollution was terrible, man. People were wearing masks. You may want to do some depth before you have plans on going to Thailand. If you have asthma, you definitely want to check out, do your research, do your due diligence to find out how bad it is. But if you got asthma, you're gonna have. I believe you may have some problems out there. I'm telling you, because it was looking real bad when I saw that report. Pneumonia is common. Yes, pneumonia is common out here because people out here go out in the rain. And the weather changes real quickly out here, and then they keep wearing short sleeves and all like that, and they get sick. And the people out here can't afford doctors, and so they think it's just a cold, and it winds up being walking pneumonia, and that's where a lot of people get seriously ill, and sometimes they get it's too late. The Philippines, Bobby Johnson, Philippines just passed a law to approve medical marijuana. Okay. But smoking marijuana is still illegal. But marijuana for medical reasons was just approved by the legislation. You dating a Filipino in her 20s or 27? Me? I'm not dating. Go. I'm married. Married to a Filipina. She's a young lady, and she's pretty, and she's beautiful, and she's fine for me. Now, we get along very well. Age is not a factor. It's how you love. I still would be careful. Enough age. Huh? I don't understand that. But yeah, man, it's not about the age. It's about the love and care and support of each other. That's what it's about. And for those of you that say it's about age, I disagree with you. Age is not a factor. It's how you treat each other, how respectful to each other you are, and how loving you are to each other. Age is only a factor in the USA. Age, if you marry a young girl in the USA, that's taboo. That's considered taboo. You might be ostracized by your friends and your family and the community. Here in the Philippines, who cares? Most people don't care. Now, there are some that care, but most people in the Philippines don't have a thing about age. They could care less, most of them. True. In the West, you would not marry a young girl like you have in the USA. Most people don't marry young women in the USA, but that's why I'm not in the USA. Because it'd be a whole problem there dealing with people. Western culture is crappy. Some parts of Western culture are crappy, and some parts of the Eastern culture are crappy too. It just depends on where you are in your situation and how you deal with the situation. Bobby says, my brother's married to a Filipino. He's 59 and she's 32, and they have 2 children. Awesome, Bobby. See, Bobby's got a perfect example. That age is not a big deal. It's what you do, okay? How you respond to one another, how you love one another, how you treat one another. That's the key. Age doesn't mean nothing. Lisa D and I get along perfectly well. We have a whole lot in common. We do much of everything together. There's some things we don't like, and most of the things we like a lot. The most thing you have to do is find someone that's compatible. It doesn't matter about the age. Compatible, like the things you like, talk the way you talk, think the way you think. That's what you should look for in a person. When you guys that are online dating, that's what you need to look for. Someone that is compatible to you. Okay? When people say USA culture, I say, what culture? I don't know. USA has definitely have a culture, no question about that. All countries have their particular style and culture. Our culture is ahead of the curve, ahead of the curve. A lot of the Asian cultures, because we have approved gay marriage, and a lot of other laws we've approved. Most of the states now, a lot of the states now, marijuana is legal. Okay, and it's not. Marijuana was just legal for medical reasons here, not still legal for recreational reasons. All right, so the USA is ahead of the curve on a lot of issues, and other cultures and countries are trying to catch up with us. And I believe in the next 10, maybe 12 years, Philippines will probably, that thing about LGBT and gay marriage, that probably may have approved, maybe approved out here. We'll see. All right, guys, that's it for now. That's it for now. Got to wrap this up. This is Bobby D. It's been a pleasure for me talking to you guys. I love talking to you, sharing things with you. But that's it for now. I got to go. Been nice. Everybody, you guys take care. That's it for now. This is Bobby D. Take care. God bless.